This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
What time is it? Time for action.
Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, Todd, you got off the couch today. So we're gonna give you just a little bit of praise. A little bit of praise just for you. Well, you actually got off your couch today. You know we gotta give you praise. Sing that name. Sing that name. Oh, Todd, we praise you.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. A live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok tonight. Another $50 gift certificate to give away to the Great Creek Mediterranean Grill. We'll do that with Tasty Tuesday next hour. We got some mail call. We got, a trifecta, a Florida Man trifecta. And a car crashed into an iconic business here in the Dayton area, the Miami Valley. We also have a Dumb Ways to Die. And, a couple of years ago, I launched this idea to get a Cheez-It statue. I grew up here, and I didn't know. And I don't know why I didn't know, but Cheez-It was invented here. So we started yapping about it here on the show, and we ended up getting a statue built. It's about 6-7 feet tall, right? It's pretty big. It's going to be over at Carillon Historical Park sometime the next year. But I discovered something today, another invention here in Dayton, that I think is begging for yet another statue. It's an idea that I have, and it popped up on my Facebook today. We're going to get to that in a second, but first, we got cars in the building. We got a
crashed car. In local news, a spectacular car crash. House, car.
Well, this morning I had, a dozen people or so tag me or send me links to this story. Man, oh man, last night, Young's Jersey Dairy was hit by a car. Now, before you panic, I'm sure you've probably seen the story today or heard us talk about it here on WHIO. What was hit was part of the, the original building. It's right off of 68. I mean, it's literally, maybe 5-10 feet off the road. And I think it was part of their original building. It was a sort of a concrete brick wall, and someone mistaken, as the quote says, from somebody there at the store. Last night, a driver mistook our original dairy store for the road and did quite a bit of damage. Yeah. They put a giant hole in the side of that particular wall, but a construction company, I guess, was out there pretty quick to take care of it. And according to the story on WHIO.com, workers were able to continue to transfer milk for those cheese curds. So thank God no cheese curds were injured in this particular incident. But if you're keeping track, that is number 57 for the year out there in Yellow Springs. Just an iconic destination here in the Miami Valley. Young's Jersey Dairy is on the list. All right, so here's this idea. This morning, I was on my Facebook, and I follow a Facebook group called Dayton, Ohio in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and I think 80s. But they post all these different things about the city, historical photos, historical facts. And this is another instance of me just being ignorant about the town that I live in and grew up in. There was a gentleman by the name of John H. Balsley, and he invented something that probably I would bet 85% of the homes in this country have. He invented the wooden stepladder. Now, before anybody takes umbrage to this, there were step ladders before this particular invention, but what he did, and I researched this, and he got patents for it. All of the ladders that existed before they had like the round steps. You know, they were just like little dowel rods. I mean, you know, strong, but they weren't steps. They were just these rods, you know, wooden rods across the ladder. And the problem is they weren't very safe. They weren't very sturdy. You climb on those, easily slip off. Well, this John Balsley, he invented the step ladder. He was the first one to, I guess, take steps, like actual steps, like you have in your house, leading up to your bedroom or down to your basement, and put those on the ladder. He was a carpenter by trade, and he devised a wooden step ladder in 1865 in his shop on East First Street. The wonderfully logical invention, and this is from the Facebook post, quoting, the wonderfully logical invention was portable, suitable for any use, and was patented on February 8th, 1870. He was later granted patents in 1875 for an adjustable table leg, and in 1876 for a paper bag machine. But throughout the 1870s, he concentrated on the manufacture and sale of the creation, which earned him fame as the, quote, step ladder king. So here's the thought. Since we have the giant Cheez-It statue that's going to be over at Carillon, what about a giant step ladder? I mean, think about that. We could put a giant step ladder, I mean, off the highway, off of 75, people driving through town, zipping through from Michigan to Florida. They would see this giant step ladder. Now, what I'm going to suggest is we put it on top of a building downtown. A giant step ladder on one of the tall buildings downtown. You could make this thing a 50-foot high step ladder. Light it up, and at Christmas time, you could decorate it like a tree. Is this not a great idea? I think this would be another local attraction people would love to see. Once that Cheez-It statue is up in Carillon, people are going to be flocking to it. You're going to be able to get your picture taken with it. People are going to be hashtag Dayton made Cheez-It. Why not Dayton made step ladder? That would be great. And we have so many inventions here. We could have a whole series of statues and monuments to all of our inventions. I mean, we got a Wright Brothers plane. We got the Cheez-It. We could add the ladder to it. You know, the guy that Fray's Pavilion's named after, he made the pop top on a can, like a pop can. We could have a giant pop can. We could have all these different giant statues of great Dayton inventions. And people would come here and want to see them all and get their picture taken. The world's largest pop can, the world's largest step ladder, the world's largest Cheez-It. We could keep it going. Oh my gosh. Just an idea. Just an idea. Let's see. Harvey in Riverside. What's up, Harvey?
Hey, good afternoon, sir. Love the show.
Oh,
That's
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My suggestion, I kind of like yours, but you're missing the forest for the trees.
Okay. Okay.
Let's put that ladder up at 75 and 70, the crossroads of America, if ODOT would let us.
Well, now that's not a bad idea. I mean, I like the idea. See, here's the thing. I am so grateful for that crossroads because that puts Dayton right sort of in the hotbed of action here in the Midwest. But the problem is that out there by that crossroads, there's really nothing there. Downtown is the hot spot. Downtown is visual. It's interesting. Out there, it's not. And I feel like it needs to be someplace in the city, not so much out there in a field.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
That line's open, 937-457-1290. We'll take more of your calls coming up. We've got some mail. We've got, bear watch. We got a bear sighting to talk about. That's all coming up.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Harvey. Well, I get the idea of putting stuff out there at the crossroads, but there's just nothing else out there.
It's really funny on WHIO.
Hey, did you just turn my board way high? Cause it's really loud. Something's funky. I don't know what happened, but, I don't know. I turned on the live stream and it got really loud. I don't know what happened. Sorry for that, folks. I didn't want to blow anybody's ears out in their car. I don't know. No worries. Not a biggie. I don't know. Ghosts. There's ghosts in the machine. 937-457-1290. This is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Let me talk to Alex. What's going on, Alex?
I think we should do the Guinness Book of World Records for the most largest in one city.
Oh, the world's largest collection of statues of local inventions.
Pop tab, the step ladder, the backpack parachute, the cash register, the Cheez-It.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that would put us on the map. Matt on the live stream had a great suggestion. Listen to this. What could be done is build a large scale models of all the Dayton inventions, such as the cash register, Pop Top, Cheez-It, on 5 or 10 acres of land, put them all there with room for food vendors, a stage area, and build a park around it and call it Ingenuity Park.
That is brilliant.
That's a great idea. Now, see, though, I'd rather just put them over by Carillon because the park's already there. It's already a destination. Right. But maybe we could have a separate section. I don't know. Just an idea. It's good stuff. All right.
That's good.
All right. Thanks for your call. I appreciate it. Richard, real quickly in Xenia. What's up, Richard?
Yeah, I'd like to see a step ladder, and you said lights around it, and I'd also like to have Cheez-It ornaments on it. I'll hang up and let you talk.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, that would be that's not a bad idea. I still haven't done it yet. Maybe this year will be the year. A Christmas tree completely decorated in Cheez-It. I mean, I've had a few Cheez-Its hanging on the tree, but I haven't done the whole thing. So maybe that's something for this year.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
No. Brady listens to the show. Maybe he'll hear us talking about it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now. Call me.
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Here's a question for the ladies. Do you like a dad bod? Yeah. Oh, really? Gracie, my producer, excitedly nodding her head. Hop on there. So you like, you prefer a dad bod, huh?
I have to say I do.
Well, there was a study published in the Personality and Individual Differences publication, which I subscribe to. They asked 283 participants from China, Lithuania, and the UK. They were each shown 15 black and white photos of men with different body mass indexes. You've heard of that, right? BMI? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Then I couldn't hear you. You were no.
Oh, well.
Something's going on.
We're haunted today.
I think so. The photos included men with BMIs ranging from 20.1 to 33.7. Faces were blurred, so the people would focus solely on body shape, and participants were asked to range the images from least to most attractive. The results showed that the most appealing male bodies had BMI between 23 and 27. Therefore, the most attractive bodies weren't those who were skinny or very lean, but rather had a few extra pounds. But here's the problem with this. When men were asked to rate photos of women, the same manner, they went for the thinner. Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the thing.
Right.
I want like functionality. Somebody's calling me. I want functionality.
I gotcha. But I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Men are more forgiving when it comes to that kind of thing than what women are. Right? 100%.
Yeah, well, it's called a dad bod for a reason. Like,
right.
I don't know. Maybe it's because, I'm getting married and stuff, but I'm like, I want to know that you can pick up like all of our kids at once and take them inside from the car or something.
Right.
I don't care about bodybuilder type.
Sure. No, but you know what? I think I know who you're, I've met your fiance, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a dad bod.
No. Okay. When I think dad bod, I think maybe we have a different vision.
Right.
Of dad bod here. When I think dad bod, I think just like still strong, but no six pack. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
But not like a beer gut. Just like
I got you. Yeah.
A stocky guy.
Right. There's a difference. Right. 100%. You got a few extra pounds. No biggie. Right. Okay. I get it. But that's a very popular thing right now is the whole dad bod thing. Women seem to dig it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe women just they want a Midwestern man, a good Midwestern
Yeah,
man.
no, I get you. We've got a bear watch update.
We have another bear sighting.
They say there are bears here.
You want the bears?
The bald-headed killer bear.
Does this mean he's on the loose around here?
He's a big one, ain't he?
We think it's Bigfoot.
They have this like little cute bear.
Nobody is scared of bears.
This is an Evening Edge Bear Watch update. Well, last night on the show, we were talking about the fact that we seem to escape any bear sightings over the 4th of July holiday here in the Dayton area. Of course, we had sightings in Yellow Springs and Beaver Creek and Xenia, all the way Huber Heights. And then the bear was up in Clark County near Springfield, and then Champaign County near Urbana. But then we didn't hear anything about the bear for a while. And I brought it up on the show last night. And now this morning I posted this story. There was a bear sighting in Forest Park, Green Hills, down near Cincinnati. And it looks like to me, and I said this last night, and I'm no bear expert, but I feel like the bear is making its way back south to where it came from. The experts think that it came from either West Virginia or maybe Kentucky. I've heard that at a couple of places, somehow across the river, and made it into Ohio, and it's looking for space to roam and looking for love. But as we know, we don't get a lot of bears in this area. And when we do, we talk about it, we see it, it's all over the news. But I think that this bear, and I don't know, but I'm guessing it was the same bear that everybody was seeing, and he's not having any luck up here. He's not, this is not the dating capital for single bears. So he's heading back south because that's where there are more bears. So maybe this will be the end of the bear watch, but he still hasn't crossed back the Ohio River. He's still down in Cincinnati, but he seems to be heading back south. So we'll see what happens. We got some mail call here.
Knock off the jaw jacket. It's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The fan man.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
If you'd like to send me an email, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can message me on Messenger at eveningedgetodd. Hey, Todd, I just saw the story online and immediately thought of your show and your weird stories. Yeah, we have a lot of weird stories on this show. Barbie announced that they've released a new doll. It has type 1 diabetes. I don't know that I want to read this next line. I may catch some grief. Now, remember, this is an email. It's Mark and Vandalia. Wonder if they'll release a chubby Barbie with type 2 diabetes. Ooh. Probably not. And I thought that this was phone. I thought this was a joke. And I looked online, and it's true. It's part of Barbie's Fashionistas line. And we've talked about this on the show before, where they're trying to be more inclusive with the Barbie dolls. So typically little girls who might like Barbie, who might be dealing with something like type 1 diabetes, with men, their children are born with that. It's something that they have to contend with throughout their life. So to try to make things more inclusive, here's a Barbie doll that is going through what you're going through, right? So I get that 100%. This particular doll doesn't have a name. I couldn't find a name for it. I thought all the Barbies had different names, but I guess they don't. It comes complete with a glucose monitor, an insulin pump, and other features that represent those diagnosed with the chronic disease. It sells for $10.99. So, wow, they're trying to bring everybody into the tent, aren't they? Holy cow! But there you go. That is kind of odd. That is a weird story for sure. 937-457-1290 is the number. Over the weekend, we had the big famous Nathan's hot dog eating contest that Joey Chestnut won again.
Joey Chestnut!
And if I recall the story from yesterday, I believe he ate 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes. 70 and a half. Thank you, Gracie, for correcting me on that. Well, we talked about that last night. But this story came out today. There was because they have the male competition and they have the female competition. The thing that kind of amused me is that there was a woman, a 24-year-old named Madison Barone, who entered the contest. I guess she had won some preliminary contest that qualified for her for this. In 10 minutes, how many, Gracie, hop on. How many hot dogs do you think that Madison ate in 10 minutes? Now, remember, Joey Chestnut, he ate 70. Now, this person didn't win, who I'm talking about, this Madison, but this is what she could eat in 10 minutes, and she was in the competition. How many do you think she downed?
So Joey Chestnut, that was in 10 minutes too, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with, I believe in women, 93.
So, no, wait a second. You think she ate more hot dogs than the guy who won the male competition?
No. Realistic guess, 58.
50. So 50.
I'll call it 50, yeah.
50? She ate 9. She ate 9 in 10 minutes. That's not even, do the math, 1 a minute. But somehow she was in this competition. But here's the thing that's really weird, is that after the competition was over, she said she came off stage and then everything came up. Yeah, she got sick. But here's the thing. This is what I found amusing about this. In the story, they talk about the professional Major League eating rules. And here's the rule. Urges contrary to swallowing. That is the technical term for vomiting. Urges contrary to swallowing before the conclusion of the event, including presentations and the awarding of prizes, results in a disqualification. So this woman ate 9 hot dogs in 10 minutes, couldn't keep them down, and she got DQ'd.
What about the lady that won? How many did she eat?
You know what? It doesn't say that in the story. I don't know how many.
Well, that's who I'm interested in.
Well, I'll Google it during the break.
I want to know.
We'll find out. But I bet it was, I'm going to say between 35 and 45.
You gotta up those numbers a little bit.
You think?
I think
in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'll check on it and we'll report back.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, Pope.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
We have not done the gift card yet. We're going to do it after 6 o'clock with Tasty Tuesday. Ah, yes. Hey, Margarita. Hey, Margarita. I don't know, Dennis. I think I don't know if they still have it on the menu. I think the El Pacarito was maybe for 2 weekends they did it. They may bring it back. I don't know. I don't know that it's permanent.
McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Miami Valley gets another chance of rain tomorrow. We'll have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners,
back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. You know, we just had that little, we call them liners, that the voice guy, the birthplace of aviation. We should have him do one for, like, all of the inventions. The birthplace of Jesus. The birthplace of stepladders. You know, like that. That'd be kind of cool. To answer your question, Gracie, my producer tonight, we were debating on how many wieners we think that the woman ate who won the female side of Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest over the 4th of July holiday. Now, you guessed, you said 58. You thought that's how many that the winner won or had eaten, or somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Well, the winner was, her name is Mickey Sudo. And I guessed between 35 and I think I said 45. 33.
I know.
Yeah.
Me and Ron were just talking about that.
You vastly overestimated this woman's wiener capacity.
I forgot about the buns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got to eat the buns. It's not just the wiener. You got to eat the buns too. And that, I think, is what gets people.
Well, Ron informed me that the way that they do it is that they soak the buns in water because it, like, softens it up.
And don't they just basically swallow it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they really chew on it. I mean, you'd be spending a lot of time, you know,
I kind of understand the lady that, like, only 8-9 kind of get it, because she was just eating Nathan's hot dogs at that point. Like, she was just doing it for the love of the game.
Maybe so, but I'm surprised that she got into the competition if that's all she could eat. I feel like 9 is amateur hour.
Are there a lot of female competitive hot dog eaters, though?
Oh, of course. Of course. People do that, you know? But yeah, she the winner won 833. So there you go. Gracie, this could be something you could do.
I feel like I could.
I bet you could. You should start training now. We can make
them.
it a bit on the show.
I could just, like, what? I just sit there for an hour and just see how many hot dogs I can get down?
Yes.
All right.
We could do that. We did it with Parker and donuts.
Oh,
I think he only ate like 6 in 90 minutes or something like that.
Amateur.
I think you could. I bet you could do 9 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
I for sure could get 10.
For sure.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O-double-D.
H-O-double-L.
S-T.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 at 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime! Look, it's showtime!
Am I late?
We were just about to begin with lunch. It's showtime.
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hey, who wants to have some fun? I do. Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got Tasty Tuesday, and we're also giving away a $50 gift certificate to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill in Centerville. Yum. Get yourself some gyros. But we'll do that here shortly with Tasty Tuesday. I'll tell you when to call. Listen for the cue to call. Last hour I was talking about the fact that I discovered something today that there's a guy by the name of, well, he's no longer with us, but his name was John Balsley. And he was a carpenter by trade. And in 1865, right here in Dayton, Ohio, in his shop on East First Street, he invented the stepladder. Now, the stepladder in the sense that the rungs of the ladder were steps, not just wooden bars or wooden dowel rods like they used to be. Those proved to be unsafe because it was a very small area for your feet to be on, whoever was using the ladder. And he said, hey, let's turn them into steps. And that's what he did. And it became a big deal. And I bet many people have step ladders like that in their garage or in their basement or wherever. And Mr. Balsley became known as the Stepladder King. And I suggested that much like the Cheez-It statue that we had constructed a couple of years ago and will be put on display at the Carillon Historical Park here in the next year or so, that maybe we should have some sort of stepladder statue, right? That'd be kind of cool. And I mentioned, some of the other inventions that have been invented here. And obviously the cash register. We talked about the pop top from the phrase. That guy who invented the pop top. And a couple of people, my friend Jared and also Edgehead Melanie, they sent me a couple of messages saying that down on the plaza in front of the ballpark, Day Air Ballpark, there's a giant cash register and there's a giant can. So that got me thinking, it's like, well, that's kind of a central location. I wonder if there's a possibility to put a few more of these inventions down there on that plaza, because people are coming down there for the ball games. It's a beautiful plaza. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. There's fountains and it's a great location. And it's right there in front of that picturesque ballpark. So you could have, this whole area full of sort of statues, if you will, sculptures of those inventions. Just an idea. It is Tasty Tuesday here on the Evening Edge.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you get so big that you food of this kind?
It was tasty, delicious, and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
I love talking about food because it's one of the things we can all sort of agree on. We may not agree on politics or religions or sports teams. So many things in today's world divide us. but we all love a good meal and a tasty treat. And that's why we do Tasty Tuesday. Well, this was kind of exciting. You might have heard Ron Otto talking about this in the news this afternoon. There's a great story on WHIO.com about this. All the Best Delicatessen, which is a New York-style deli there in Washington Township. They made a big announcement today, and I love this place. I don't get there as often as I would like. It's kind of on the other side of town where I live, and when I do get down to that area, I do try to stop. It's just, timing is everything. They have an amazing egg salad sandwich. I could eat their egg salad sandwich every day. It is so good. But the announcement that they made today is that they are opening the Best Bar. So this is a bar inside the deli. And there's pictures of it on WHIO.com. I posted this. I shared their link on my Facebook page. It looks just sensational. And it's a full service bar that you can go in, sit at the bar, have some cocktails, and enjoy your deli food. And it got me thinking, I wonder if they would be open to an evening edge pastrami and Patron night. How does that sound? Pastrami and Patron. That sounds like a great combination. And I'd be open to it. Boy, I'd be open to it. But you might check it out. They open today. Handcrafted cocktails, bottled and draft beer, curated wines, and bar bites. Ooh, you gotta love bar bites. So yeah, that's happening. They're on 5940 Far Hills Avenue. A new study of 5,000 U.S. adults found that 77% of Americans now make mealtime decisions based on what's trending online. I get it. The poll found that nearly everyone, 93%, regularly encounter food on social media, and food-related posts make up about 40% of their feeds. I'm with you. And lots of times in the evenings, after the show and I'm decompressing and Mary's sitting there on the couch and we got the TV on and she's kind of going through my phone and I'm going through my phone. I'll see interesting recipes or something that looks good and I just send it to her. And then she gets them and I hear, oh, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. That makes sense. It says 6 in 10 Americans say they regularly share foods with friends in person. And nearly half also pass along recipes and food content digitally. World Atlas recently ranked the 10 worst fast food chains for nutrition. They looked at the nutrition data, menu gimmicks, and marketing tactics. Number 10, Chick-fil-A. Holy cow. I would not have thought Chick-fil-A being one of the more unhealthy, but I guess a lot of their food have a lot of calories in it. Number 9, Little Caesars. Number 8, Smash Burger. Number 7, McDonald's. Number 6, Quiznos. Number 5, KFC. Number 4, Dairy Queen. Number 3, Taco Bell. Number 2, Sonic. And number 1 on their list, Wendy's. And speaking of McDonald's being on the list, I don't know when this it debuted today. And I'm curious if anybody tried one of these. They've unveiled a new series of options for their breakfast menu to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the McMuffin. There are 3 new spicy breakfast menus, including the Spicy McMuffin, Spicy Sausage McMuffin, and Spicy Sausage McMuffin with egg. Boy, that sounds good. I've talked about this. I'm not like a big spicy food guy. I don't like it if it's too much, too spicy, where it burns my mouth, makes my eyes water. I'm just not into that. But I've noticed that as I've been getting older, I tend to sort of look for something that's maybe spicier than what I'm normally used to. My wife started using some sort of Cajun seasoning. Now, I know Cajun for a lot of people is not super spicy, but for me, somebody who's kind of bland when it comes to that thing, it's a bit of a kick. Well, man, I got to find out. Well, I can't remember the name of the brand or whatever it is, but I've been putting that on everything. I mean, we had a cookout over the weekend at the house just for her and and I put it on suddenly salad. I mean, I was just sprinkling it on everything. I've been putting it on my eggs. That's how much I enjoy it. So, but yeah, you got to test out the spicy breakfast options there at McDonald's. Now, here we go with the big giveaway. We have a $50 gift certificate to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. They're located at 5409 Cornerstone North Boulevard in Centerville. If you'd like this $50 gift card, be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. And you can check out some of their fresh cuisine this summer. They got the Great Greek gyro, classic Greek salad, and grilled steak souvlaki. That looks good. Juicy tenderloin steak with rice pilaf, French fries, or feta fries. Feta fries. Why feta? Because it's better.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
What on earth are you guys talking about on this show, on this live stream? Ah. Lines are ringing off the hook. I wondered. Okay.
Prime days have arrived. We'll have latest at 6:30 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Gracie, who was the big winner of
Nancy Schneider from New Knoxville.
Oh, well, congratulations. See, I feel like I need to start doing that. I need to start announcing the winner of these contests on air, because I think there's some people out there who think maybe I'm pocketing all the gift cards. Like, we do the contest, but then we never announce the winner unless it's, something we're doing like a contest, like current events quiz. But if we just take the fifth caller, we don't always identify who the winner is. And then people are left scratching their heads going, did that Todd take that? This is all a scam.
I wanted to take the gift card, but
No.
I love that place, but no, the people deserve it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, congratulations, Nancy. We have an idiot of the week to talk about.
You are a stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile pig!
Wake up, idiot!
Silly dilly dokio. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
Well, we go to southern Germany for this idiot. They don't mention the person's name, the woman's name, but cops there in southern Germany have pressed charges against a female tourist who was visiting some ancient German castle, some fancy castle. And she was there. This is like some big tourist place. This is big fancy castle in southern Germany in the Alps. And she was there to tour, and she took her dog with her. So this woman took her dog on a tour of this ancient castle. And I don't know if there are rules about taking your dog on a tour of a castle. I would assume that that's probably a big no-no. But she had her dog. So what did she do? Despite objections from other tourists, the woman placed her dog in a baby carriage and then locked it inside of a locker. What? Yeah, this woman, she put the dog, medium-sized dog, about 20 pounds, in the carriage and pushed it into this big locker. Now, I've seen these lockers before outside of tourist attractions like that. So you can, you can hide your baby carriage in there while you go do whatever you're going to do. But she put the damn dog in the carriage and then put the carriage in the locker and then locked it. Well, a bunch of people saw her do this, and thankfully they alerted security. And they came and let the dog out, freed the dog. Police were called. The dog was fortunately unharmed, but visibly glad when he was rescued from the hot locker. Police confiscated the medium dog and took him back to the police station. Just as an aside, when the police were asked what the breed was, a spokesperson said the dog was a mongrel. But police said they've initiated criminal proceedings against the owner. Yeah. I'd be curious to know where she's from. Who did that? Who would do that to a dog?
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I'm going to mention this, Heather. That's interesting.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully.
Boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk in the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Heather on the live stream just posted a comment, and I've never heard of such a thing, but she says she went to a pizza place today in Circleville, and she ordered a sub, and she was with a coworker. I guess they both ordered a sub. She asked them to cut it in half, and they said it was against company policy. Has anybody heard that before? That a deli or a sub place wouldn't cut your sub in half? That doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I guess, like if it's a pizza place, and if it were a pizza, if you asked them to maybe cut the pizza in a different way than what they sort of cut all their pizzas, maybe that could be an issue. Like if you go to a pizza place that traditionally cuts all their pizzas in squares and you say, hey, can you please cut them in triangles? They may say no. I've heard that happening before for a variety of reasons. I don't think it's just their preference, but cutting a sub in half, they wouldn't do that. That doesn't make any sense. Now, one could argue you could just easily tear it in half, right? I mean, most subs you could probably do that. Or ask for a knife and do it yourself. But that doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't go ahead and just cut it for you. That's weird. Maybe somebody knows the reason for that. 937-457-1290. We have a Dumb Ways to Die.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
When we talk about dumb ways to die, we always mention this, and it's true. We're not making fun of these people and their untimely demise. We're merely sharing their story as a cautionary tale. When you are out and about, running around in the wild, that you pay attention, you make good decisions, because if not, death could be waiting for you around any corner. And this is tragic, but it is kind of a dumb ways to die. I'm just going to say that right up front. I understand the sentiment that this particular person was trying to achieve. This happened on Sunday, July 6th, down in Florida. Let's see. This was Indian River County. So there was a guy down there who was driving down the road, and he's on the Interstate 95, and he sees a turtle trying to cross the road. So, wanting to be a good Samaritan and being concerned about the turtle's well-being, he pulls over. And he attempts to walk out into highway traffic to move this turtle from the road to the side. Well, you know what happened. As he attempted to rescue the turtle, a woman, 44-year-old woman from Miami, was driving a 2020 Mazda CX-9, She slowed down to avoid hitting him. However, a 2020 Dodge 3500 pickup driven by a 53-year-old man from Port St. Lucie failed to stop in time and rear-ended the Mazda, pushing it off the road. The pickup then struck the man who was trying to move the turtle. He was thrown onto the left shoulder, and medics pronounced him dead at the scene. And unfortunately, his next of kin were in the car watching this happen. Oh, my God. But, again, I get the sentiment. But don't walk out on a highway. Don't walk out on a highway. Let me tell you, turtles are some of the oldest creatures on this planet. They will survive without you. They will survive long after we're gone. They will survive. But man, oh man, what a horrible way to go. And for his family to see that, that's, but you got to admit, that is a dumb ways to die. Charlie in Bell Fountain. What's up, Charlie?
Hi, Todd.
What's going on, man?
So I was just listening to your turtle story. That is a sad story.
It is a sad story, but don't you think that's a dumb thing to do, to walk out on a busy highway?
Well, my wife used to carry a shovel in her car because up and told her heart was bigger than her brain.
Well,
and she carried that shovel for turtles if she
yeah.
happened to see them. But thank God she was never in an accident.
Right. And especially on a busy highway, I-95 near Miami. I mean, that's got to be crazy. So, but anyway.
Well, you were talking about the subway or the sub story, and I'm a Subway. I mean, I go subs for lunch all the time.
Yeah.
I like the deli subs, Jersey Mike's, and the different ones better than Subway.
Right.
But,
right.
well, when it comes to building the sub, I guess, it's all about the cheese. So, Todd, you got to be careful when you cut the cheese.
Oh, come on now, Charlie. I thought we were going to get, okay, I'll give you, all right. I thought we were going to get a really good explanation as to why somebody may not want to cut a submarine sandwich.
Well, that's the best I could come up with, Todd.
But it's because you have to be careful cutting the cheese. Really?
Yes, sir.
All right, Charlie. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Yeah, okay. Enough from Charlie. I thought for sure we were going to get a good explanation. Parker, you're standing there looking through the glass at me. Any thoughts on why a sub shop or a pizza place would say, we're not going to cut your sub, it's against our policy? Why would that be a thing? I really do. I understand a pizza place being very particular and not wanting to cut a pizza a different way that they normally cut it, right? If the pizza place cuts it into triangles generally, and you want it in squares, I can understand them not wanting to do that. Now, I would do it. If it were my pizza place, I would do it, but I don't understand why a sub. Any thoughts?
First thing that came to mind to me, it's maybe just laziness. And the company policy thing was just something that was an excuse.
I suppose, but how hard is it to cut a sandwich in half?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It takes 2 or 3 seconds to do it.
Right. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But you get the idea with cutting a pizza a different way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you go to Marion's,
right,
and maybe they would, I have no idea. I'm not speaking for them, but they're cut into small pieces. If you went in there and said, give me your double pepperoni and sausage pizza like I did over the weekend, but cut it in a pie, they may say, no, we don't do that. And there might be reasons for that because they put so many toppings on it. Maybe that piece of pie, that pizza, that triangle might be too heavy. Not heavy, but there'd be a lot of toppings on it and it could fall all over the place.
Right.
Maybe I can understand that thinking, but I don't get the idea of, well, we're not going to cut your sub. Like if you go, we were talking about all the best delicatessen. if you go in there and, maybe there's a sandwich that they don't normally cut. If you say, hey, could you cut my sandwich in half? I bet they do it. Like, what's the big deal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is just a case of laziness, and they gave,
Yeah.
it's our policy as the excuse to
Yeah.
not wanting to cut the sub,
Yeah, yeah. But that's really weird to me. Now, Gracie, you raised your hand like this is fifth period English and you have a question or a comment. What were you going to mention?
So, some Gracie lore for you here. I used
Gracie
to,
lore?
I
That
used to
should be
make
a
subs.
feature.
I used to work for La Rosa's.
Okay.
Pie
All right.
pizzeria.
Yeah.
And I worked the sub counter quite often.
You were the sub girl.
I was.
Okay.
I could also make a mean pizza.
I believe it.
So the only thing that I can think of, the only reason would be like cross contamination. So I want to know what kind of sub this person got, because I'm thinking like the only reason they wouldn't is like if it's gluten free. You don't want to use the same knife. That's the only.
Oh, you know what? That is an excellent point, Gracie, because when you're in the kitchen, you're not using a clean knife every single time.
No,
Right?
you got one. Usually for subs, you got like one or two knives that you cut with.
And if somebody might be allergic to something, right? Like if you get crumbled hard-boiled egg and I don't know if you could get that on a sub. I'm sure you could somewhere. And maybe you're allergic to eggs, and they've cut the sub and they're using the knife and it's got egg residue on it. And then they cut your sub and a little bit of that egg residue gets on your sub and then you eat it. You could have a reaction to it. That kind of makes sense.
If it depends on like what the other thing I was thinking is if they had fish on it, because a lot of the times people don't like when places will like have any sort of like fish residue.
Right.
So like for when I made pizzas, we would do, if people got anchovies on their pizza, crazy topping, by the way. But if you got anchovies on your pizza, we had a totally separate pizza cutter that we would use because that residue like sticks around.
Yeah. See, that makes sense. That is an excellent. You get a round of applause. I mean, that is. Doesn't that make sense, Parker?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because you don't want the liability, right? If somebody comes in and says, "I ordered this sub and I ended up having this reaction," there could be that cross contamination on the knife. And just, simply wiping it off on a cloth towel, as you will often see them do, that's not going to cut it, so to speak. Right?
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank God for Gracie. She figured it out for us.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Thank you, William. I appreciate it. Well, somebody on the live stream suggested that, but the person who made the original comment said that they both got subs. So it's kind of like, you know, what difference is it? Like if I get a meatball sub and you get a Italian sub, you know, I'm going to give you half of mine and you're going to give me half of yours. And we're each, what's wrong with, I don't know. Stalker out there. Oh, that's the new news director, or not the new news director. That's the acting news director. It's Lonnie, but that's not Lonnie. That's Samantha. She's from Atlanta. Samantha from Atlanta.
Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Another chance of rain coming to the area Wednesday. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
I love the show so much.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Somebody just mentioned on the live stream that they remember a pizza place that used to cut their pizzas with scissors. Kitchen scissors, I guess. That's pretty different, pretty clever. Let's see. Mike in Kettering. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Todd.
Hey.
Hey, I don't know how much you've covered it already, but I was at a sub place and the guy took a knife to a sub to cut it in half, and the lady had so much stuff on there that when he went to cut it, it blew out the back hinge on the sub bun.
Oh,
and,
wow.
She had a little fit over it, and she made him redo the whole thing. He threw the first one in the trash.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. People aren't happy. Well, I don't like the way you cut that.
Yeah, she said, you need to remake that.
I get it. That can happen. Thanks, Mike. Real quickly, Scott and Dayton. Hey, Scott.
Hey, just want to say about the turtle.
Yes.
Same thing happened to me on my daughter's 10th birthday. We were driving back from 71 northbound.
Yeah.
Saw a turtle on the road. We stopped, picked it up. It was injured, and we almost got clipped, but we're safe.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay, but man, oh man, that just running out on the highway is just not the thing to do. I get the sentiment. I'm an animal person too. I get it, but man, oh man, it's not worth risking your life, especially on a busy highway. But Scott, I'm glad you and your daughter are okay.
Thanks.
Have a good one. There you go. Well, there you go. That's the show. I'll be back tomorrow night just after 5 o'clock. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your other favorite podcast platforms, with the exception of Spotify, because they kicked me off a couple of years ago. And you can go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Have a terrific night. And we'll be back tomorrow night with a brand spanking new show here on the Evening Edge.
Well, that's all, folks.
But if what, we came, we partied, we conquered.
Is that all there is?
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Next time will be better.
Well, at least he tried.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, we'll be seeing ya.
This is the station.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. See ya. Be safe out there. And be nice to each other, for crying out loud.